Animals. Who doesn't love animals? I for sure do. And I know that they are so intelligent living beings. This is why we can learn some tips and tricks from animals, especially how to be flexible. Hello and welcome to my presentation about how to be flexible. In my 22 years of life, I have learned that change is unavoidable, whether it was in school or at work or even now with the pandemic. Change is and will be a part of our lives. We can either adapt or we can fight against it. But the chance of winnings are pretty low to none. Without change, we would not be able to see other opportunities that could change our lives. Maybe in even something more positive. If you have troubles adapting to change and are also willing to learn how to be flexible, then I am more than happy to give you some tips and tricks. As a comparison to being flexible, I thought about cats. First of all, I love cats. And second of all, I thought of this quote: be flexible, be mellow, be a cat. Cats have the ability to quickly adapt to the environment and are pretty flexible as well. For sure, sometimes they need the time to adapt, but they learn how to get around. Learning how to be flexible and to adapt has brought me some really big advantages in life. I would um, tell you a short story of how I learned to be flexible. I moved here to Austria from another country. I had to learn a new language, I had a new home, new friends, new school. Everything was new for me. Could you imagine how I would have felt by now if I didn't know how to accept the change and make the best out of it? It would be horrific. According to this guidebook, sorry, it's called Adaptability to Responding Effectively to Change. It was written by Alan Calarco and John Garvis. In order to survive change, no matter the environment it takes place in, whether, as I said already, in school, work, or at home, you must undergo, first of all, the process of transition. Transition means to find a way that works for yourself to feel more stable when something negative happens. And the most important part of it is to understand the impact of the change and also to understand the behavior of the others around you. There are three types of flexibility that can help you adapt to change. By practicing those three steps, you are ahead further to adaptation. Step one, as you can already see, is the cognitive flexibility. Being cognitive flexible means being able to incorporate different thinking strategies and also incorporate mental framework and incorporate new battle strategies. By that I mean that you should learn how to plan your life, how to plan your decision making, and the management of the daily tasks. For example, if you hold multiple scenarios in mind, you can make your life easier and makes you ready for every incoming situation. Be nimble, be divergent, be versatile. The second step is the emotional flexibility. This means you learn how to deal with your own and others' emotions, an area that many people often fail to consider. Being emotional flexible is being comfortable with the process of transition, including grieving, complaining, anxiety, and resistance. Adapting to change requires give and take between you and your fellow human beings. So, learn how to deal with your emotions, learn how to deal with your others' emotions, and learn how to deal with the process of transition. The third step is the dispositional flexibility. This means, short said, keep the optimism up. No matter if something bad happened, you should always think about the future. Think about what can I improve, what can I do better for me so that the future is more positive. Don't be pessimistic, but don't be blindly positive as well. Just be realistic. Thank you for your attention, and now I am done with my presentation. This is my cat. He's the most flexible cat I know. Thank you for your attention.